Welcome to the early morning Sunday show with Steve Carlson. Take it away, Steve.
And welcome back to the early morning Sunday show, the show that is preferred by the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Working on the sponsorship deal, so cheers. Go Big Red. The opening, I was really excited. It's Russell. Russell doesn't have a channel, but he's been watching my videos for a very long time. And I met him a year ago, I think. Maybe it might have been 2 years. I can't remember. But when I came up to Denver, and he contacted me. He was coming through Denver and asked we meet. We actually went out to a record store and had lunch. And this time we had lunch. Russell, he's from, he comes from Iowa. But he's only lived there like 2 months. And then he just goes and he goes to Colorado, spends his whole summer out there camping in Colorado. He has a beautiful VW van. And then during the winter, he heads down to Arizona. And he eventually goes back to Iowa for a couple months until it gets humid. So it's pretty cool. So it was a great time. We had some great barbecue at Riot Barbecue, which is rated as the #1 barbecue place in Denver. It was close to my shop, so what more could you ask for? So Russ, thanks for dropping by, and it was great to see you again. So I had some VCLT come in from Richard, the Vinylizing Progger. That's his channel. He hasn't put out a video for a very long time. He is into prog. He's from Norway. He lives in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, which is as close to Norway as you can get. There's no trees or anything out there, no fjords either. But Richard's been, again, he's watched my channel for a very long time, been a good friend, and he's shared some music with me. And he gave me the new one from Frode Andresen, and it is Aurora Polaris. Aurora Polaris. Isn't that neat? He had sent me another one from Andresen before. It was an excellent album. So I just started getting into this. I played side one. Has almost, to me, it felt like a more of a classical type vibe. He is it's jazz and kind of prog all thrown in there. So looking forward to getting this thing, listening both sides and really getting into it, and hopefully be able to show it next week. So Richard, thank you so much. This is just, it's great and truly appreciate it, and of course appreciate your friendship. And then from David Pedroza, First Boy on the Moon, he sent me a t-shirt. Isn't that neat? I like it. I mean, David is a visual art, is a graphic artist. That's by trade. That's where he went to college for, and he knows how to make visuals. And so that's from his first album. But what's really neat is the lyrics for the song are on the back. And it's the lyrics for First Boy on the Moon by David. And for me, the song First Boy on the Moon, it's powerful. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. Easily ranks with one of my all-time favorites because of the way the lyrics are, and a parent dealing with the child, telling the child things are okay. I know it may seem tough. Things are okay. We can do this. And I think it's wonderful. And now with my grandkids, I just really think about that. And it's a song that has hit me hard. And that's the beauty of music, right? When there's a song that captures you and just speaks to you, it's what we all love. And that's what I get from the song First Boy on the Moon. So this is wonderful. I really, really like it. Yes, thank you very much, David. That was very thoughtful. Appreciate it. So, thank you everyone watching the Record Room tour. We put that out, and for the nice compliments, I appreciate that. I'm very, very happy in here. This is great, just to get everything in, except for the CDs. Oh, well, but I don't have CD player set up, so it's okay. But yeah, I'm excited about it, and beautiful room, just the best. probably my favorite record. Well, the one in the basement that I had before the flood, that was pretty freaking awesome. But if that hadn't happened, I don't know what I would have done with all those albums and CDs. See? It's a miracle. I mean, sure, it seemed like a tragedy, but in the long run, it saved me from a lot of grief, having to move all of that. So, the worst things in the world can turn out to be good things. We lost so much down there, and I would have to move it. And then I wouldn't have any place to go with it. And then I had to get rid of it. And God took care of it. And I got $8,000 for it in a lawsuit that's just gone nowhere. So awesome. But let's get into some music. Okay dokie. We're going to begin with, I showed this group maybe a month or so ago, Still Corners. And I love this group's awesome to me. It really speaks to me. This is their 2024 album, Dream Talk. So Still Corners, they formed in 2007. It's an American UK dream pop duo. Their music, it's eerie, it's very dreamy, and at times it has a Chris Isaak vibe. And that's what everyone noticed when I played the previous album, when I showed that, a month or so ago. It's like, man, that sounds, you would think Chris Isaak was on this thing. It is so good. Greg Hughes and Tessa Murray are the two people in the band. And let's see what we got here. Here's another hype sticker. We got lyrics. Okay, well, it's always nice to be able to sing along with it. And we have, there's extras in here. We got extras, folks. Okay, what do we have? Well, we got, okay, that's nothing exciting. Coke bottle. It seems to be very popular. And there is a poster. Who doesn't like a poster? Even though we never put them up. And we have a poster there. And we have them on a bridge. That's actually from still from one of their music videos. Very nice. Very nice. And oh my God. This is the gift that just keeps on giving, kids. And there is a download card. I've already put on some of the songs, but here it goes for some lucky person out there. You can have this album if you like it. Get up early. You never know what you're going to get on the show. So, Still Corners, which is kind of a different name, isn't it? This is their 6th LP that came out in 2024. The lyrics are ideas and phrases that came from Tessa Murray's dream book, a dream journal. She has a dream journal that she keeps. Which made me kind of think, back when I was in my 20s, 30s, probably even early 40s. I had so many dreams, and I would have to wake up and write down. It was just thoughts. Thoughts would come to my mind on so many different things, generally speeches that I was doing in Toastmasters. And if I didn't get up to write them down, they would just sit there and be playing in my brain. So I needed to do that. I needed to get them down. So I had a journal right by my bed that I would do this. Well, eventually I was really getting tired because I was waking up a lot. So went and got a prescription of something that knocked me out, and I didn't dream. It just, dreams went away. There were no dreams. And I miss the dreams. I've never really gotten that back to what I had, because there was some great stuff that would just come to my head in the middle of the night. But that's a dream journal, I guess. But the music on this, it's otherworldly, I think, is a good way to do it. There's just this haze in there of distortion and of feedback. Songs like Faded Love, it just has this haunting, ghostly type mood. It's just beautiful. Or Today is the Day. And I'm going to play a sample of that. But there's a lonely feel to it when you hear that. And again, this is like the Chris Isaak type sound, that guitar that's happening. But Today is the Day. It keeps building and building into the swirl of guitars and electronics happening. Really neat. Just a lot of neat textures. Turquoise Moon was another one. It's like a midnight surf ballad. Is what it sounds like. This is an absolutely gorgeous album. Great music. It just goes to show the great music is still being made. It's out there. I wish I could find it better and easier in that, but it's most of the time I stumble on it. I mean, I just fall flat on my face and look up, oh, look at that. I better get that. Kind of happens. I wish it was a little easier, but this gorgeous stuff. Really happy. Still Corners, Dream Talk.
Night falls, the morning comes. Today's the day. Today's the day. I walk while others sleep. Today's the day. Today's the day. Time has no end. In the morning light. In the morning light. I wanna be in your world. I'm a voyager, and I wanna be in your world.
Next album, highly recommended by Vinyl Richie and many others in the VC. And I bought it a while back, but as usual, it just takes me a while to get around to showing things. So here we have Sharp Pen's Balloon, Balloon, Balloon. I guess he couldn't come up with more of a title, so we'll repeat the word balloon 3 times. It works. But you do have on here, we do have song balloon 1, song balloon 2, song balloon 3. So that's probably it. We're not going to give them an A for creativity on that. And here we go on balloon balloon. And there is, let's see if there's a download card for somebody. Oh, no, we got this though. We do have, like in the old lyric sheets, that you used to get where they typed out. So we have that. I mean, there's 21 songs in here, folks. 21 songs. And I think they're all under 3 minutes long. So it really goes. The main artists are basically solo project of Kai Slater. And he's a man that has a love of the Beatles and Guided by Voices. And Vinyl Richie's been going back and buying the back catalog for this group, or for this guy, Kai, and Kai, who lives in the sky. Why? Don't know. Okay, I'm getting totally off. But so Vinyl, been buying the back catalog on this. Sharp Pins is a solo project. Kai Slater actually was in a band that is formed in 2020 called Lifeguard, and that band is a post-hardcore band. So this is totally different, but it's a way for him to go and listen, and play the music that he's really loved. There's 21 songs on here. Songs about love and stuff, and also there's lots kind of a psych pop feel to it. You get the feeling of Big Star, of Guided by Voices, and it is extremely melodic, very much so. There's these perfectly crafted songs on here, and you have the jangle of this 12-string guitar happening, along with some bubblegum. You got bubblegum in here. You can be blowing bubbles all day long. Get that 60s bubblegum type stuff. Very much back to the 60s on this. It's a mix of ballads, super jangly mid-tempo songs, and a couple rockers. Very, very catchy hooks. A lot of great harmonies, and for those that like Django, you can't go wrong. I like the album. It's not one that I could play again and again because I would get tired of it. Um, Unlike, Vinyl Richie, I know you've really been loving this and you've been going back and buying the back catalog and just playing it. I like it, but it's not necessarily completely into my wheelhouse where I would listen to it constantly. But still, an excellent album. You can listen to the samples. I think I want to put 2 samples on there. So Sharp Pin, Balloon, Balloon, Balloon. Welcome back to the 60s psych pop.
She don't know what you're shouting out. Oh, Papa Vang, it's all on your toes what you're made of. Oh, the silver tongue creep, smudging around magic sun. Queen of gloves in the mirrors, lost who gets you yet. If you had to bet between me and your heart. Queen of gloves is nearer.
Record Store Day. What else do we got from Record Store Day? Well, I'll probably be showing Record Store Day albums till the next Record Store Day. It just takes a while. Go Big Red. It's on the wrong side. Okay. Camper Von Beethoven, Tusk. So I wasn't going to get this, but my buddy Jim Gleason was really talking and very highly about this album. He goes, oh man, that's going to be a great album. This is something you got to get. And so it's Camper Von Beethoven doing the album Tusk. Yes, they actually sit there and they play it. We have nice white sleeves. It is Record Store Day, but they did get a lot better. And these sleeves are lined. So that's okay. And it comes in a very purpley Barney type color. I think, oh, and the other one is a different color. Oh, there's more too. So look at that. We got 2 different colors. Okay. And we have, oh, come on. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Camper Von Beethoven Tusk. Writing that, I don't know, their handwriting's terrible, but there's Camper Von Beethoven. Wonderful stuff. Camper Von Beethoven between 85 and 87 made 3 albums. 3 quirky albums. Camper Von, very, very, very quirky. I remember, I first learned about them from Pictures of Matchstick Men, which I thought they made that song. I had no idea someone else had made that song, but I loved it. The rest of the album, I mean, it's different, and that's what you get. They, of course, did Take the Skinheads Bowling. That is just hilarious, but they're very much alt-rock, college rock, indie rock. They formed in 83, broke up in 90, reformed, I believe, in 99, and supposedly still going. Their music goes everywhere from pop to ska to punk to folk to alternative to country to world music. I mean, they're all over the place. The main man is David Lowy. Probably saying it wrong. Do I got the name on here? Of course not. But he also formed Cracker in the 90s. So that was his group in the 90s. When Camper Von Beethoven came out, well, actually beforehand, Lowry was in garage bands one was called the Sitting Ducks and the other the Estonian Gauchos. That's a crazy name. But they formed, him and some others formed Camper Von Beethoven, but it was called Camper Von Beethoven and the Border Patrol. Wouldn't that go well now, huh? But so that was the original name, but in 83, but they cut down to Camper Von Beethoven. This album originally came out in 2002, Tusk, but it was recorded in 87. Again, right in this peak where they did 3 albums from 85 to 87. This album was a 4-track cabin experiment that was done to kill time. It wasn't done, it was just done for shits and giggles, shall we say. Songs like Sarah, the famous song Sarah off this is an industrial track. That's what you're happening. System of Moon. They have this bizarre computer-generated vocals that are quoting Shakespeare on it. It's Camper Von Beethoven. This is what you get. It's a very eccentric album, but they follow right through Tusk. They just like Tusk. They follow every song. They did this album just for laughs. They needed something to do as they were waiting, and so this is just a total spoof for them. But it got out in 2002, and now Record Store Day, and now I have their joke album, Camper Von Beethoven. Moves us into Wide Open, the Kayas Jute, Kavas, maybe Kahvas. We're going to say Kavas Jute. Out of Australia. Sydney, as a matter of fact, formed in 1970 and then kind of broke up, but then it would come back in 73. They did tour of Bo Diddley in Australia, then they quit. Then they come in, hey, would you guys do a concert? Okay, we'll do one. I saw it, they're all over off and on. This is like prog rock, hard rock. That's kind of what you're going to find in this. Another hype sticker for those that get excited. We got the band, very nice, gatefold. And it must have been the vinyl piper that got me interested in this, because he's also playing this. Very nice. Isn't that beautiful splatter? That is really cool. Really like that. There is so much psych music coming out right now. Truly exciting what they're doing, taking all this old stuff and bringing it out. Well, damn it, I was looking for trying to get information somehow. I forgot I had this in there about the band, because there is not much written on the internet about them, but we have a whole lot here that someone could have read. But would you really care? Probably not. So we're just going to go through quickly through what I have for you. The group original, before they were became Kavas Jute, there was called Mecca was the name. Let's see what they call themselves. Few Strangers, I believe. No, Four Strangers, sorry. They called themselves, was it Sunset, and then the Taman Shed. Just a bunch of weird names. Obviously, it seems like drugs were involved. Might be wrong about that. I don't know. Maybe drugs are outlawed in Australia. Can't tell you. But this is kind of a blues rock tinged prog rock. You get kind of all that. There's this dual guitar that's happening on there, and just very fluid bass lines, and with a heavy psych feel to it. This is a really fun album. It's at times I kept thinking of Cream. It sounded to me like Cream, but a heavier version of Cream. The rhythms are really, really tight on there, and just free-flowing guitar work happening. Incredible. I totally enjoyed this album. Really, really good stuff on here. The bass player Bob Daisley. Bob Daisley. He went on, he played with Ozzy Osbourne, he played with Black Sabbath, he played with Rainbow and Uriah Heep, so he had a pretty good career after this. I think overall you could say it's like a mix of the Allman Brothers with early Fleetwood Mac and Cream tossed in. I know, kind of weird, but really good album. Very, very good. Really enjoyed this. Kavas Jute from 1970, their one and only album. Oh, I should tell you the name of the album just for the hell of it. Wide Open. Wide Open is the name of it. And this is just like a cult album out there, but it has been repressed a number of times, and just recently. Chris Vinyl Piper, no doubt, has an original.
When it comes it's everlasting. You are here. I am
He has it of everything. Wow. Chris is his collection's amazing. Go Big Red. How about a perfect album? Kind of a perfect one of the perfect punk albums of all time. Buzzcocks Singles Going Steady, where they took a bunch of their singles and put it out here because they were putting out a lot of singles. We have black vinyl, and I don't think there's anything else in here. Let's see. Nope. Okay, just for Vinyl Richie, we're going to do this. Alrighty, there we go. So, Buzzcocks, you talk about a great group. Out of Manchester, formed in 76, broke up in 81, reformed in 89, and still they play together. Punk, power pop, new wave is what you get with this group. It started when a student, Howard Trafford, believe that's it. As a student, he was looking for musicians to play the Velvet Underground Sister Ray. Of all the songs that there is out there to choose, I want musicians that can play Sister Ray, which goes on for 15, 20 minutes. Velvet Underground could do it for a half hour. And just someone playing with their ding-dong. Interesting song. Well, I personally answered the ad was Peter McNeish, and he was from the group Jets of Air, and so he responded. Well, what happened is Howard Trafford became Howard Devoto, and Peter McNeish became Peter Shelley. So they changed their names and away they go. And we have the Buzzcocks. And of course the word Buzzcocks, buzz from the excitement of I'm going to go play on stage, to cock, which is supposedly means a friend. You know, of course they're going to say that, right? Who wouldn't? Is it? I don't know. Well, this, when you think of great albums, especially of the punk area, I think of Nevermind the Bollocks. I think of London Calling, Singles Going Steady. This has on here the masterpiece, Ever Fallen in Love. Ever Fallen in Love. An amazing song, just incredible, beautiful song, very catchy. In fact, this whole thing is just packed with catchy melodies, just tons of dealing with romantic and social anxieties. That's what you're going to get from this. It does have Orgasm Addict on here, which is The Adventures of a Sex Addict. Ooh, yeah, you always want to get something like that. But this is just wonderful. Again, took their singles, put them on here, and it's just one good song after another. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect thing. I can't believe it took me this long to bring it back in my collection. It is a repress. If I saw an original, I would grab it unless it's stupidly there we have it. That's what we got for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. And yeah, just doing this. So very, very nice. Hope each and every one of you have a really, really nice week. I hope mine will continue to be quiet, so maybe I can start enjoying music once again. Have a great one. Bye, everyone.